Welcome back to class. So I've already drawn my lines already. I've already gotten that rectangular shape. What I mean by rectangular shape, please, so that people won't get confused, is that I get the biggest part of my measurement, which is my hip, is what I use here. So it's going to be the width, while the length is going to be the length of my trouser. So that way you're going to get that rectangular shape. So I hope you understand now. So let's get started. So on the hip line, remember that we went in by 1 inch. We went in by 1 inch at the front. Same thing goes to the back. So you will go in by 1 inch. Sorry, so that let me draw the camera closer. So you go in by 1 inch here. You go in by 1 inch at the waistline, and also at the waistline of the front you come down by 1 inch, but here we are going up. You measure 1 inch upward. 1 inch upward. Yeah. Did you see? So now at the back pattern, I'm going to add that to my back panel. And my back panel or pattern, I'm going to add that to it. So my waist, cut of my waist is 9.5. Is 9.5. Cut of my waist is 9.5. So I'm going to, sorry, is 7.25. I've added 1 inch to it, so that means it's 8.25. So I'm going to measure 8.25 from this point here, this 1 inch here. I hope we can see 1 inch here. So 8.25. Connect it to this line, to my waistline. This waistline here. Okay, so that's my waist. Then let me just draw the straight line once and for all. Connect the line to your waistline. I hope you see what I do. Go up by 1 inch. Go from this line. From this line, go in by 1 inch. Do you see? You go in by 1 inch. And once you go in by 1 inch, on that 1 inch line, go up by another 1 inch. So that is where you measure your waist now. So this is your new waist line. So you connect it down to this line here. Just like what we did to the back, we draw the dotted lines. You draw a dotted line. Connect this. So connect this. But since I have my curve here, let me just draw the shape out. You see? But let me say this one again. Once you draw that dotted line, this is for those who does not have the curve. Once you get that dotted line, get the midpoint of this, tie it, go out by 0.25. Then you connect this line together to this your hip yoke. So now let's move to the knee. At the front we go in by 1 inch, but at the same time our going in by 1 inch at the new part now, at the new line now, we'll return this 1 inch that we took in, we'll return it outside to this place. We will return it back to this line. Why are we doing this? You know, the back panel is the one that carries all the weight of our body, because that's where our butt is. That's where we have all the weight. So we don't want it to look funny. And lest I forget, the reason we are going up by 1 inch at this waistline, the reason why we're going up by 1 inch at this waistline is because of our bum, our bum bump. So that the trouser will sit well on our body. It won't go down whenever we are sitting down or whenever we're on the bike. We won't start using our scarf or our hand to pull it up. And also, there's something I'm going to teach us as well before we finish this class. I pray I remember. So the 1 inch, you go here from here, return it back to this place. Same thing goes to the hem part. You go in by 1 inch. You go in by 1 inch here. You go in by 1 inch here. You go in by 1 inch here. So you return it back to this 1 inch. So you return the 1 inch back to this place. Say, let me just, I hope you understand what I just said. Go in by 1 inch, return it back to this line, and that is what we'll do. So then we'll connect all the lines together. So like I was saying, the 1 inch on the end side, go in, return it back to the front lines here. Return it back. So once you do that, you connect the lines. Let's just connect the lines once and for all. Connect the lines on the new line. So I've already done the down part already. I've already joined the line. So now at this yoke, the hip yoke, all I just need now, after I've connected, I've gotten my curve point from my waist now to my hip yoke. All I need now to do is to blend it in. For those who doesn't have the ruler, blend it in here to go and meet this 1 inch here. So, but since I have my curve, please, as a pattern draft type, we really need this pattern ruler. It's very important as a pattern drafter. There's no way, we really need it. So this side is done. So we'll move to the crotch extension. We'll move to the crotch extension now. So my back crotch extension is 4.3. Yeah. So I'll put it on my crotch depth line, on this line, starting from this line here, 4.3. Here, 4.3. So I have added my 4.3 on the line. So the next thing that I'm going to do now, on my hip yoke, I'll go up by 1 inch. I'll go up by 1 inch. I'll go up by 1 inch. Then what I'll do now, after going up by 1 inch, I will connect this line. This is my waistline to this side. To this side here. The same thing we did to the front by getting our angle 45 on our crotch depth. That is the exact thing we're going to do to the back. We'll get our angle 45. Get our angle 45. So on this angle 45, remember we use 1 inch for the front panel, but for the back we are using 2 inches. Well, I can use 1.5 actually. Let me just use 1.5. For some use 2 inches, some use 1.5. So I'll use 1.5. So you can use 2 inches if you like. Well, I'm using 1.5, so you can use 1.5, 1.75. That is. So all I just need to do is connect these 3 lines together. 1, 2, 3. These 3 lines. Connect them together. 1, 2, 3. Those are the lines we're connecting together now. So for those who does not have curves, let me tell us, use our hand, blend it in. Then here, blend it in. I use one, let me write it down so that I can snap it for everyone to see. 1.5. I go in by 1 inch, go out by 1 inch. Same thing goes to the down parts. Go in by 1 inch, go out by 1 inch. So you can see it's giving us the shape. See? It's giving us the shape. So now the next thing is to connect this line to our 1 inch that we went out. Remember, we went out by 1 inch. Blend it in. You don't want it to be curved. Same thing goes to this side. Blend it in. You don't want it to be pointed, I'm sorry. So our back panel is ready. So the next thing now to do is add all the necessary lines, all the necessary measurement, the sewing allowance, the sewing allowance for both the crotch extension and the seam at the side. So I'm going to show. So I forgot to mention, you remember I said I'm going to add that to my own back panel. So I'll get the midpoint of my waist. This is 8. The midpoint, this is 8.25. Here, 8.25. So I get the midpoint. The midpoint now will be 4.0 something. So let's do this. Draw a straight line. Not really a straight line, but it's not going to be straight. because the waist I've bended a little. So from this line here, my dart leg is 4 inches. Then on the waist, I'll divide the 1 inch, half here, half here, half here, half here. So I'll connect the lines. What did I just do? Let me repeat myself. On your waistline, get the midpoint of your waistline, put it down, draw a line to the 4 inches line. That is for your dart length. Then on this midpoint here now, get half inch, divide that 1 inch that we left for that, divide it into on both sides, one half here, half inch here, half inch here. Then you draw it to meet this leg. So what did I just did now? I've already added my sewing allowance. And one thing that I forget to mention, we are going to measure our inseam. What did I mean our inseam? I'm talking about where this crotch extension meets. I'm talking about the crotch extension. That is our inseam, like in between our laps. That is our inseam. So I'm going to measure for the front, so that my front and my back must be equal. That is where they must be equal. So I'm going to measure it now for us to see. So here, this is my, I'm not measuring my seam allowance. I'm measuring the first line here. So that is where my crotch depth is. My crotch extension started from. So here, I measure it. I have 32.25 here. I have 32.25. That is what I have here. So all I need to do is now, that 32.25 must be equal to my back. I'm starting from here. Please, not this my seam allowance. Why am I taking my tape rule straight like this or bent like this? Is because you know this line is not straight, it's kind of bent. So I need, so that I can get an accurate line. So here I have 32.5. The front one is 32.25. The back one is 32.5. So all I need to do is come down at it, my crotch extension. I need to come down at least by that 0.25 till my front and my back inseam is equal. So yes, now I have my 32. Let me show us. Here. So yeah, let me show us. I have my 32. So I have my 32.5 here. So can we see? So that is it. So now we've done that. remember I've already moved on, so I need to put it back to my seam allowance. So here, this is going to be my new seam allowance, starting from the blue line, this blue line. Starting from the blue line, so that is it. That is it. So I've already added my seam allowance. There you go. So this line, this is my dark line, try to connect it to the seam allowance to get what get your half inch on it. So here, can we see? I've already extended my jack to my allowance, my waist allowance. So this is it for our trouser pattern. And also, I'm going to send us another video of how to create flyer after I've sent this to us to draft our pattern. So I'm going to send us another video how to create zipper flyer. Some actually had their flyer directly to their pattern. I can actually show us now, but I really need us to submit our assignments before I can share those links. At least I need to see your pattern first, then after I've seen the pattern, then I will share the link on how to create your own band, how to create your zipper flyer. That would tell us how to move forward. And if time permits me, I'm going to make the video myself on how to create flyer for our trouser. So thank you very much, and thank you for joining Ionic Culture online class. God bless you all, and please and please, I'll keep hammering on this. I need our assignment. It's a big bonus to me, and it's really going to encourage me. Like I said, I'm still going to teach us on how to manipulate this pattern. This is a basic pattern. It's a basic pattern. Not this is, you can't use this one. You can't say you want to use this one for pencil. So I'm still going to teach us how to manipulate it to pencil, to shorts, to palazzo, to our jumpsuits, how to make jumpsuits out of this. So I'm still going to teach us how to do that. But before I can do that, you need to encourage me before I can send us another video on that. So thank you very much, and God bless you all. Bye.